born about approximately like 22 years ago. And that's the time I had really had a lot of financial problem. And I had to take up a job which was really paid me very less. And to convert in Canadian currency, I was being paid $40 a month. So they did give me a house. It was in a very small village in India. And I'm smiling now, not at that time, I wasn't smiling. But I was very grateful that I did get a job in biological sciences. And so I had a house, but the money was really tight. And my younger son was just born. So I moved there, started the job, and then soon I realized that he was very unwell. So he used to be very sick very frequently. And the first time I noticed his symptoms, or we noticed his symptoms, was in the middle of the night when he was really having seizures and all, and I had to rush to the doctor no car, no two-wheelers, nothing. So I pretty much rushed on the road with a sick baby in my hand, kind of a situation, which was really terrifying. And then again he was falling sick. Before he died, he was diagnosed with dust allergy. So you can imagine in India, dust allergy, like somebody having snow allergy in Winnipeg. So I was a blessed mother, but he was a big fighter and so was I. So there are a few times when my son was just lying in my arms, my younger son, and I knew that it's very close to death. I have felt that experience when you hold a baby and you know that there are not many more moments left. It's a very overwhelming, sad, strange feeling, which I don't want anybody to have. But as I said that we used to go to the specialist all the time and the doctors. And the thing is that in India, the medical is not free like here we have in Canada. So from that $40 a month, I also used to spend money for the doctors and pay rent. And I have another son, elder son, so for his schooling, which is not free either. So we were going through a little bit, really a tough time. But one thing I did at this point is that I never lost hope and never lost faith in the upper superpower, the supreme being. And my mother came in to support me morally. Basically, hers was an emotional support. So, and you know, and another thing I think it happens in developing countries when you're going through a lot of financial problem and emotional problem, you're almost boycotted socially. I don't think it happens here, but it did happen to me. Everybody except my mother did a complete boycott of me. She's not worth having a friendship with or relationship with, so I was kind of left with my $40 and 2 sons and my mother. But I did keep working hard, and one thing I really started with a lot of enthusiasm and positive mindset was I did a mushroom growing project for my company, which I didn't have much experience, but I really worked hard at it. And the mushroom project became so successful that I really got noticed in the company. They put me in better position, and from there I got hired in Europe as a consultant because of my project, which I did like very successfully from the grassroots level. But at this point, when my son was sick and when I was doing this project of mushroom growing, I hardly slept. I remember I used to watch my son the whole night, almost whole night. And daytime, my mother used to watch him, and the whole day for 18 hours, 20 hours, I'll be working just to have the mushroom growing, do it profitably. And then after I went to Europe, I think things changed because I think the environment is better there. There's not much dust in Ireland, so my son really improved. And after that, from Europe, I got another offer in the Queen's University in Belfast, which is a part of UK, United Kingdom. So I was there in the lab as a research fellow, like a postdoctoral fellow. I have actually a PhD and a postdoc in microbiology. So I got hired as a postdoctoral fellow in the Queen's University, which was very nice for all of us. And then we came here to Canada and made Winnipeg my home, basically. And what I do, apart from my day job, is I do teach healing. And my healing is through food and Indian culture. So it's the food and the meditation. And I think food is such an important factor to bind together people. That's because I teach all the whole healing package, and food is number one for me. And when I do the workshops, I always tell people that be thankful that Mother Nature is giving us all these things, and so that we can nourish our body and mind and soul and connect to each other. So that was my story, from real hardship to a healing, where I'm in a position to do some healing and offer my healing practices to others. And I would like to finish with a small chant, which says that let everybody be healthy, let everyone be happy, and let no one suffer. And the moral of the story here is that we all go through tough time. I think I had one of the toughest times, which I feel that I wish no one should have to go through all those things, the lowest point in my life. But at the same time, don't quit. That's number one. Things can change anytime. Like if I can go from a $40 to Europe, a consultant in Europe, so you guys can do everything, anything possible. Anything is possible, basically. So don't quit, be honest, be hardworking, and at the end, have faith in the Supreme Being. That's the ultimate point. So I'll just finish with the chant. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. So it says, let every being be happy and let no one suffer. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadra